So the question is, do you actually want to book in more valuation meetings? Do you kind of want to be not overwhelmed with this video marketing strategy though? So I figured listen on while I make this very simple for you, because over the next 10 minutes or so, strategy that actually will attract the right homeowners and actually help you to make book in more valuation meetings every week without you feeling overwhelmed about having to post so frequently on social media. And there really is a cool trick here that I really want to share with you. Okay, and just for watching today, if you drop me a line below this video, I will personally share with you my valuation accelerator kit, which actually has everything you need for the Facebook ad strategy that actually beats the billboards and all that jazz, okay, and it saves you a ton of cash. I'm Tina Sanford, Johns, and I've been a serial entrepreneur, property investor, I still am, and a business owner since 2003. Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it. I looked the other day, it's 20 years. And I actually do understand the frustration of spending time and money on advertising without seeing results, which I hear that a lot of you are right now. But that's why I'm here, to actually guide UK estate agents through that overwhelming world of video marketing, because I wanted to show you a faster and easier and better way to attract the right homeowners without actually needing to cost you an arm or a leg. You will actually have to record a few videos there, but I'm here to help you with that too. Okay, over the next few minutes or so, I'm going to just walk you through the proven strategy that will take the stress out of video marketing and help you to book in more valuation meetings. I just want to give you a bit of a backdrop there, okay? Over the last week or so, Dan and I have been attending exclusive events in Phoenix that have been held by our mentor, Laurel Portier. She's got, you've got a waiting list if you want to get in on her exclusivity. But it was amazing because she had also invited some incredible people along as well for these events. We had Lucas Rashicki, can't say it right, Nick Peterson, who's incredible. There's another guy called Jason, I've forgotten his surname, but he works with loads of famous people like the band U2, the Agent Bono, and basically loads of people with money who I'm not really a famous person type person. So, but anyway, these people came to the events to show us different strategies and share ideas which will help us to help you to move forward in this challenging time. And one of the major things that kept standing out again and again and again was that all these people, all these mentors were telling us that they find that because they are so far ahead of what it is they're showing when they're showing their knowledge, that they forget that they are so far ahead. And then they find that us as learners learning this new stuff don't understand the whole process straight away, simply because we haven't had their experience that comes before what it is they're teaching us now to start making any sense of my Salonian speak. Anyway, the point is, with all of this in mind, I realised that before I started recording content, I don't know what year that was, probably about 2019 or maybe 2020, I was also at a loss as to where to even start. I remember paying a lot of money for a course to learn how to do this. And I wanted to do it. And I recall I was promised that I was going to become a millionaire and this would just fall into my lap if I just followed the tasks that were set in this course. And it would all be very simple and any monkey could do it. And here were thousands of other people who had taken this course and become gazillionaires overnight. It was all very exciting. Anyway, I'm sure you're aware of this type of framework to sell us stuff. Anyway, what I was given was a huge spreadsheet of ideas to choose from to create my content with. And I thought, what? I remember looking at it all and thinking, I still have no idea what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, there's some ideas. I could have thought those up myself. Anyway, I'm easily sold to, as you can see. Anyway, what I was doing was imagining now that there are many people who are estate agents who might be watching my videos and thinking, yeah, actually, I want to do this. But you haven't got the time to work it all out. You're thinking to yourself, I don't have the time to do this. It looks like it's going to take me a lot of my time. It's all new. I've got to get used to it. I've got these viewings to do. I've got this property to get up. I've got this description to write. I've got to sort my staff out. Or, I know what it is you're going through. So you just don't start it at all. And that is very normal for all of us, okay? Especially when we're really, really busy and overwhelmed already. So what I was thinking I could do, or me and Dan could do for you, is to break all of this up, what we've learnt, into little tiny steps. And then pop those steps out onto our YouTube channel, onto our Facebook pages, and onto our LinkedIn pages for you. I'm not using Instagram or TikTok for this, just only because Instagram and TikTok are just too short, okay? They're too short to be able to share enough information for you to be able to learn from. So that's the only reason why I'm not using Instagram or TikTok for this. They're both great for attention and awareness. And I see that Bella's come to join us. Hello, Bells. Okay. So today I just thought I'd share with you the overview, just so you understand the reasons why we're going to do this in the first place and why we decided this is the thing that we wanted to show you out of all the different things that you could be doing. And the reasons why we're doing this is that what will help you to become the number one agent in your area if you can get this up and running in the next few months, okay? Before AI takes over and everyone will start doing this, because it's going to become very, very easy to do. If you're not very good at writing scripts, you can be able to use AI. And I know it's going to become big because it already has become very big in America for estate agents. They're actually using this really, really well. So as soon as it catches up in the UK, we want you to get ahead first. And we've tested this on ourselves. We've spent a couple of £1,000 already just to make sure it works. And we're helping other estate agents already to do this in the right way right now. And we're seeing the good results them too. So not only does it work in America, but it's working in the UK, and I'm really excited. But there's a certain structure you need to follow, okay? Don't just put any old video out and put money on it. That's not what this is about. Now, what we're finding though, is we're working with people who help people through this, is that a lot of agents are so busy and overwhelmed, there's nothing new there, but they haven't got the time to actually even create their own content, which is kind of what is quite important about this. But we're finding it easier for them if we just ask them a few questions each day over WhatsApp. And then this young man over here is a copywriter, and he's really creative because, you know, it's my son. So anyway, he learned English at a very young age and consumed books, and he's very good at learning. Anyway, we get their script set up for them. From the questions we've asked, we know the structure to put it in, so they don't have to even think about that. And all we do to say to them each day, can you just please go and record this in one of your local recognisable areas? So also we're looking at another way of doing it where you could just actually record at home, and we can then get some pictures of your local recognisable areas or different things that people recognise. But I thought if I just do you a quick lesson on the board, since I've got it there, so that you can see what this is about. You might not take it in the first time, but if I show it to you a few times, I think you'll understand what it is we're doing here and how this all works. So I'm going to move this camera. Excuse me. Oh, the cable's long enough. It's a bit dizzy. Okay, let's fly over here and start looking at my board. It's really all the stuff in that. Okay. I'm just going to be able to make sure this is up. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just show you a quick overview of how this works for you, for anybody. Okay. I'm going to use the word funnel because you guys probably all understand it, because that's what you've been taught now by like 100 gurus in the UK, so you should know it. But all we're doing is we're going to show people. All we're doing is educating your audience, really. Like, let them get to know you. And what we're doing, that's where, is we're helping you create 3 to 5 minute videos. And this is so people get to know you. So these are all 3 to 5 minute videos. They're not very long at all. Okay. You can do this organically, but it gets sped up if you put money on them. Now you can even do this for a couple of quid a day, but I would recommend, if you want to build this quick and you've got no audience at all, you want to do it for £5 a day. Okay. And each one of these gets put out. And with that, you're building your warm audience. And why do you want a warm audience, you're asking? Okay. Well, the reason why you want a warm audience is because if people get to know you and like you and trust you, they will be able to come to you when they know they want to sell a house. We also do something called a 60-second video, which is called conversion modifying. And these, I think we also put them, like we can speed them up as well for £5 a day. And the idea behind these are just 60 seconds. And help me edit all this too. Okay, this also helps you build your audience, and it actually finds out what the people want right now, because it always changes. Now, once you've got 1,000 people, about 1,000 people, if you already have followers, it doesn't take long to do this, but I'd say it take at least 30 days if you've got no one. If you have people already been visiting your website, you've got a pixel set up and all that kind of stuff, this is much shorter, and you might already find you've got this, which means you don't have to spend all this up here. You've definitely put this up there anyway, because it always counts. Once you've got this 1,000 people in your warm audience, you know you already, because they've just found out who you are from these things, because you're educating them in what it is you do. I like different coloured pens, guys. Again, that's what we call hot selling. This just is what little videos about you and what you're doing. You're using things like testimonials. You can put out houses that you've got for sale right now. You can even put your valuation tool in here. And this is like either £2 or £1 a day for retargeting. And all these people are getting to know you and get to see all these videos again and again and again. And guess what? You're forever in front of them on your social media platform that you've chosen. Please suggest starting with Facebook, because it's so simple, easy to track, and it's all on the platform, so you get to see which ones are performing. Okay, that's it. Once that's done, down the bottom here, we ask you just to create 3 organic posts a week. This takes 7 days, by the way, 7 days. Okay. We've got a little list of things that you can do. It's just your own knowledge that you're sharing. And then we boost those. And what we do is we'll look at them and the best performing get swapped into these later, so that these people are always getting fresh content. Okay, I'll probably explain it, probably sounds more than it is. But this doesn't need to take very long. Can you imagine that if each day you recorded this, and the next day you recorded one of those, the next day you recorded one of those, and then the next day you recorded one of those, next day you recorded one of those. How long would that take you? And then once you've got those up, 1, 2, 3, you've probably already got this in here, okay? You've probably got testimonials and stuff already. You can't see my face, but it's me, honestly, I promise. And then I'll show you how to do these. This is really simple, the stuff you know already. All you're doing is sharing your knowledge. It's that simple, it really is. This is just so easy to run. It's like an ecosystem. And you don't have to do anything else, because what's happening, sorry, I can't work out how to get from the camera, that's really, really funny. What's happening is this. People just keep seeing you again and again and again, okay? And what happens if people keep seeing you? Hey, Dan. If people keep seeing you, they get to know, like, and trust you. It's just like the law of familiarity, just like any TV star, yeah? You think about it. You think about one of your famous people who you recognise in the street and you go, oh, I know that person. You want to go, you feel like you can speak to them, don't you? I know that I do. I mean, I used to work in London, and it wasn't that far from the BBC, yeah? And there was quite a few people around there. Actually, when I was on Scilly, to be honest, I used to go to Tresco. There were a lot of famous people who used to go there on holiday. I mean, I remember when, like, The Who used to come over a lot, and we wouldn't obviously go and speak to them, but we felt like we knew them just because we'd see them on our album covers all the time. And we'd be like, oh, wow, I'd love to go and speak to them. They'd be so cool. But at the same time, you don't want to disturb their privacy, you know. But you still get that feeling that you know them. So that's what this is about. Actually, one of our mentors says that she's American, bless her. She stalks her audience until they buy, which is, you know, it's not far off, I guess. But like if you've got something that someone needs and you're always top of mind, think about it. If someone wants to sell their house and you've already shown them what it is you do and how you've done it for other people, and you know, they feel like they know you already, who are they going to choose? I know who I'd choose if I was looking for someone to sell my house. If I could, I would actually choose Paul Rolfe, because I know him really, really well. I would actually choose Debbie Boardman, because I know her really, really well. I would choose Julia. I can't pronounce Julia's surname because it's Polish, but I know I'd choose her because I know her really, really well. Adrian Napa, Graham Howell, Jim Parker, Michelle Gallagher. I feel like I know them really, really well. Okay? I trust them because I've seen them again and again and again. And that, to me, makes me feel like I know who they are and what it is they're doing. Who else do I feel that? Anyway, that's enough for a minute, but just go check out their stuff as well. You know, they're doing some cool stuff. And they're making a difference. There are quite a few. Oh, Holly. What's Holly's new name? Is it Holly Price, isn't it?
I believe it's Holly Price.
Yeah,
yes.
Holly Price. She's a prime example of doing this. Yeah. I mean, if you see Holly in her video, she's doing bloopers and all kinds of stuff, and you would just feel like she's really familiar. I've never met her, but I feel like I know her. You know, it's amazing, you know, and you've probably noticed it in this industry as well. Think about Christopher Watkin. You know, you probably feel like you know him even before you met him. Ellie Wood, you might never have met her, but you've seen her, you know, in different videos and stuff. And that's what this is about. It's about familiarity. And if you can do that, you can do this yourself. You could do this organically if you don't want to put any money on it. If you don't want to place your money on the horse, as it were. I would suggest putting money on it right now because there are more people, obviously, there's a lot more noise. And this is about to go crazy, I feel, from what I've seen in America. But it doesn't mean to say you couldn't do it organically. I mean, we started doing it organically and it worked really, really well. And you could just put it across all platforms. In fact, we actually have a tool that you can do that with if you're interested. I'm not trying to sell anything, actually. But we do have it if you want an easy way to get it across all platforms at once. We have that set up already. That's GHL that Dan was telling us about the other day. I keep meaning to ask Dan to show us, but he's always really busy writing scripts for people right now, poor thing, and checking on everyone's ads because we're helping people do all this simply because. And I suppose actually to tell you that as well, because if you do find you'd like to get this up and running, but you just don't feel like you've got the time to write your own scripts and do all the work, you can ask us to do this for you. And we are happy to work with a few of the best agents. So give us a shout if you're interested, okay? And we can have a quick chat just to see which bits you feel like you would need help with, because you might, everyone's different, we find, you know. No, we once tried to put our services in a box, but you find that you've got people with ABC already set up and XYZ for someone else, and they don't need everything that we've got. We've got nearly everything you can think of, but we find that they just want one or two things, and that's fine. You know, I'm happy just to give you what you need and not what you don't. But this is, needless to say, okay, this is only for estate agents who are actually content with recording their own videos, and you only need to use your smartphone. In fact, we only want you to use your smartphone. There's a specific reason for this. We found doing too high a video quality actually isn't as effective. So all of you putting this off because you feel like you have to get somebody in to help you with this, please don't. You're wasting your money, okay? So there you have it. It's a powerful strategy to attract the right homeowners, put more valuation meetings in through your video marketing without feeling overwhelmed. And remember, if you just drop a comment below, Dan's put together this cool valuation accelerator. Is that ready, the valuation accelerator kit, Dan?
Yep.
Cool, it's ready. Because we were saying it was ready last week and it wasn't quite. He hadn't quite polished the edges and didn't want to send it out to people. So Tina, Dan, and we're here to help you achieve your goals in the most efficient and effective way without having to do too